I did want to hit on. So you talked about the WWE Unreal series on Netflix. You finished it before me, and what were your thoughts on that, and what stood out to you?
Overall, I thought it was very good. I enjoyed it. Obviously, between all the different informative podcasts, whether they're WWE approved, outside of WWE, um, other shows that they've done, 24, 365, all different series dissecting other eras. The curtain's so pulled back. Nothing necessarily offended me at all. Obviously, it's just one of those things. This really was just kind of over some storylines of what has transpired over the last year or so. There were certain little tidbits where they showed something a little farther back. I I do just get slightly concerned that there's obviously two glaring WWE storylines that you think are going to be like right now. It's like, I feel like they're going to kind of overly. I get nervous that they'll try to fabricate too much drama. So, oh yeah, watch. This is what happened in the back, and I know that's kind of like one of those things. But only time will tell. Again, nothing really offended me. It was a great watch. And at right in the end credits, stay tuned. More episodes in 2026. So I mean, it's cool. It's something to look forward to. This is going to be a yearly thing, and once a year we get 5 episodes or however it may be.
Yeah, so for me, going into the show, I guess maybe I didn't watch enough of the trailers to kind of, because it was kind of more different than what I expected. I didn't really expect to follow like I guess a different wrestler every episode. I kind of just assumed that it'll be more like about it was behind the scenes, but I thought it would be more with Hunter and the creative team and how they come to their decisions. We did get that too, but I did like the realism it brought with the wrestlers. The ones I think stood out the most were CM Punk and Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, she kind of like laid out what it is to be a wrestler. Just because wins and losses don't necessarily matter. You're on TV every week, and at a given point, your time is going to come, and that's what happened with her winning the WS title at Saturday Night Main Event. CM Punk's redemption story, coming back to the company, but you kind of see the dynamics between him and Triple H in their conversations and talking about the growth in each other, and I really did enjoy that. From CM Punk because we did hear about I believe CM Punk was on I believe it was Ariel Hawani show maybe last summer. He talked about that there were talks about him coming back potentially years ago, like right before that I believe that WWE Fox show backstage, and talks fell apart, and Triple H even touched on that too. He's like, we came back to me at this time. I was like, yep, same guy, but now it's a whole lot different. So I really did enjoy the whole concept of it, and I can't wait to see season 2. And one thing I do like as well that it's pretty current. It's not like a year out; it was only a few months out. So we got the lead up to this year's WrestleMania. That's something I also really did like. Now I'm not sure if you're familiar with. Do you watch Chappelle Show?
I watched it when it came out. I think like during the pandemic, I rewatched a little bit of it, but I don't quote it as great as I quote some of my other favorite shows.
Okay, so there's a I have to okay, so like when the show starts and what's called so Cody has this like Cody's the first episode, and when I see it's like Unreal, like I kind of think of like the Dave Chappelle's Mad Real World skit. I'm not sure if you are familiar with that, but essentially this is pretty much what it is. It's
I
the guy named Chad. He says he has the
I
blonde hair,
recall.
like
Yeah, I
mad
remember.
real. Okay, yeah. So that's what I kind of got of Cody when it came to seeing him on the show on the first episode of WWE Unreal. Because I thought the story, or instantly thought of the Mad Real World because it reminded me of Cody in this picture. I did really enjoy it because we don't get a lot of these. We have, I believe, maybe the best one that we had is probably Beyond the Mat as far as like a wrestling documentary that kind of puts you behind the scenes. But
So dealing with a decade of us podcasting, there's obviously been a few takes that we've changed our mind in over the year, and there's going to be a lot that are going to be consistent. But obviously, Triple H being your goat, somebody I'm really fond of. That's not even where I wanted to start with this, but I was going to say, like, we always say, like, the worst part about being a wrestling fan is wrestling fans, obviously with the dirt sheets, different rumors and everything. What do you think on like the whole take? There's like a lot of people that were like saying that this was Triple H putting himself out to, solidify himself as Vince or make him the Dana White of TKO and WWE.
Well, he essentially is. That's somewhat his role. I don't know.
It's like the weirdest spin to put on. It's like, yeah, it is, and then it's like awesome, like cool, like I don't know.
Yeah,
But
that's his role. So I don't know why anybody want to think he's trying to like put himself over to an extent, but it's
yeah,
like that's his role. He's in charge of creative, and I did like seeing the creative meetings, like And one thing I did really like about the show was they put emphasis on the producers that were former wrestlers. So like when you see their name, it'll say producer, then it'll flash over to a former wrestler.
it
I
was
did
weird.
really enjoy that. So everybody can.
They mentioned Billy Kidman, but like I feel like they didn't go back and show him.
Of course they don't, because he won't even give us a figure. But yeah, I really did enjoy WWE Unreal. I can't wait for season 2. Like I said, it's good to see like Bobby Roode back there, Gregory Helms. You even see them going over the matches, which I really did enjoy. So I'm definitely looking forward to season 2 of WWE Unreal. Now, another thing that I watched